Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here with Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, and once again it's time for a full body workout. But a quick reminder, if you guys will please click a like and drop me a comment down under the video, I would appreciate it so much. So as always, we start with the squat, bench, and deadlift. And as I also said, I had started adding a little more machine leg volume in, but I'm like, I don't need that. Let's just do a back off set on the squat and deadlift, right? That will give me 2 sets of each. If I do 1 back off set each workout, which will be 6 per week, keeping in mind the squat and the deadlift both work the entire lower body, it's really about 12 total sets. And if I do sled work and box work or whatever, that adds to it. So all things considered, this is a decent amount of volume. This is enough for me to grow on, make gains. Plus, I feel like I need the axial loading. I need these standing exercises. I need plenty of them, right? It's what builds my core. And as I continue to recomp and everything, I want to do that. So I got a triple with 405. It's about where I'm at right now, right? I've not really been hitting heavier than that, but I want to focus on quality reps, trying to get to depth. And then I did my back off set with 365. I got 6 reps. Now, because of the nature of these other lifts, I could make the case that I may want to drop that lower. I may want to take it down to 315 and just rep the hell out of it, because I did that on bench, and that works really well for me on benching. Because for the most part, outside of my top sets, I kind of want most of my training to be a little bit more reps. I like combining high reps with really heavy, very low volume heavy stuff, and then a little bit higher reps. I always feel like I get a lot out of that. Like when you guys have seen me deadlift up into the 600s, it's always how I train. Hell, when I hit a 600 squat quite some time back at a much heavier body weight, that's how I trained. So with the bench today, I didn't push it hard. I've been doing 4s. I've been managing to grind out a 4th rep, but I'm like, you know what? 3 felt good. Let's call it there. Let's just do a nice 3 rep set. And then I'm just going to build my shoulders and upper chest more. Because as I did that set, here's the thing I'm noticing. I don't feel the triceps on my heavy sets at all, which tells me I don't feel that my triceps are limiting my benching at this point. I really don't. I feel like I just need more chest, maybe a little more shoulder. Just build all that up and let the triceps be along for the ride. I just feel like for me, my triceps were bigger when I used to do just only compound stuff. I don't know that I need any real isolation work. And if I do, I could do some hammer curls. I could do some other curls. But because of my shoulder situation, it's like I've said, I feel like the bicep inflammation could be a factor. So maybe I do need to avoid supine work. And my biceps were pretty good size in the past when I just did pull-ups and rows. You know, so I feel like for today, I kind of went with that theme of just banded work for arms. All compounds, but I did a fair amount of variation. So I did 225. Now I did some of those touch and go near the end, but I did 16 reps. So we did a triple at 315. I did 16 reps, 225. I could walk away and grow from this, especially with the deadlifts and rows in here. Okay, deadlifts, same thing. I've been hitting 4s on a lot of these workouts. I just did a nice clean triple. Why? It's still in that range of growth. It's within a rep or 2 of failure, you know, but a nice clean triple felt good. Then I did back down. I got to build my work capacity on deadlifts. I did 6 reps. I think it was 6. I'll count them here, right? I think it was 6 reps. I'm like, man, that's plenty. I don't want to do more. 2, that's lazy. So I got to build this up. 3, 4, right? Look at me getting all gas out, right? I got to build that up. So I'm going to work on that. That was like kind of tiring. I'm like, man, that's enough of that. I'm going to go do some sled to do the rest of that. Being lazy. But, you know, I felt like it gave a good stimulus. But then I went straight into barbell rows. Normally when I go really strict, this is kind of my normal. I've been able to get 10s before. I got 10, then I managed to squeeze out 12. So we're over into some progress there, right? I think for a stricter barbell row, do we want to call it a pen lay row? I just don't like the term pen lay row. It's just a barbell row. 10 was challenging, but I knew I had at least a rep left. So I'm like, the next set, I'm like, let me push it. Let me see if I can get more reps than 10. Let's see where we can get. I managed to get 12. Now there was a little bit of breathing right at the end to get that 12. But again, progress. So you see where guys go, where I'm going with this. I'm doing 2 sets of everything, 2 really good sets. Some of it's going to be back down, but I want just quality sets. And then so this is going to put me kind of in that optimal volume, all right? I feel like, again, especially with the sled work added, I feel like the squat and deadlift counts as the whole lower body, to be fair. But it felt good. I do want to push the volumes up on those back off sets, though. I feel like that's where I have room to grow. And I'm in good shape, so it's not a cardiovascular thing. I run 3 or 4 times a week. I push a sled. All right, I haven't done incline in a while, so I'm like, I don't want to go crazy heavy. Let's work with some higher reps. Right? I know I could do 5 or 6 at 225 right now. My lifetime best is at a heavier body weight was 10 with that. But I'm like, let's build it up. And these were hard. So these were real close to limit sets. So these 10 rep sets, I didn't have like 12 or something in there. I could have done one more on the first set. The second set, though, because the fatigue is building, because I did all that benching first, right? Like that rep, I felt like I only had about one more at the most, right? At most, one more. Second set, though, 10 felt like it was all that I had. So again, I can build off of this too. Let's build the incline back up. So again, I'm looking at my incline is down a little now that I'm doing it. Because I think the last time I worked it, if I got like whatever, I could do 5. I think I got 245 for 5 a few months back. Okay. 10s was 185. I feel like that's down just a hair. I need to get 225 for 10 again. Where would my bench be then? You know, but this is all pause work. It's all controlled. Like this is no BS. Like this is serious sets. But again, I feel like if I just bring that upper chest and all that up, my benching will keep going up. Pull-ups, I'm kind of liking just this medium grip. This just outside of shoulder width or right. This is really shoulder width for me. These feel really good. Because I have to strike that balance. I can get all the way up over the bar if I go in real close, but it feels like nothing but arms. It feels like doing a curl. The really wide gives me the most lat. This just feels like a good balance. Like I feel like it's bicep work, but my lats do feel being worked, and I feel like I perform pretty well. It's a nice long range of motion. Everything's being worked, and I think the last time I did these, I got 10s. I got 12 on the second set. I got 10. I knew I had at least a rep left. I'm like, let's push this second set a little harder, right? I want it all to be clean. Notice I'm going real strict. I'm going into a dead hang. Some of the reps I'm definitely stopping for a second at the bottom, especially as we get near the end. It makes it harder, right? I managed to get 12. I'm happy with that, right? Like, oh, let's get a little more. Come on, just hang. Get it, Jason, get it. So I did a pause, got 2 more reps, and then that's it. I was done. I couldn't do. That was failure. I could not do another rep. When I got to the bottom, I tried to come up and it just didn't move. All right, I want to work in more overhead work. I feel like for me, the dead hang pull-ups is going to help the most with my shoulder range of motion. And I'm like, let's just do overhead work, even if it's bands on the off days, which I've been doing. Okay, I've messed with other stuff. I messed with loo raises. I messed with some other stuff. All it does is make my shoulders crackle now, so I had to quit doing it. So, like, look, guys, just like with everything else for mobility, how do I get my squats, hips really mobile? Just do squatting. So let's just do those things, right? I'm going to need to work in some hanging leg raises too. I feel like it'll help with the shoulders. And we've got to just do some overhead pressing. Do what we can do. Part of me wanted to do a really high incline in place of this, you know, because I'm like, I can lock that out. But I can lean back a little more with just the dumbbell. All right, let's train, get into those real close to the range of motion that we need and load it with weight to build the mobility. But last time I did that one arm dumbbell, it was weaker than that, okay? I've not got 10 reps of it. Those 10 reps were hard. I didn't think I was going to get them, and they actually hurt. The last few reps, like I felt like my shoulders were crackling into place, kind of. They hurt. But they hurt in a good way. I don't hurt now. So I'm going to have to get all that stuff to pop into place. And I feel like the incline bench really helped me there. So again, the same thing. When I had the great overhead pressing strength back in the day, I did a lot of incline too, didn't I? So let's work the incline back in. I want to hammer the overhead because I know it's going to give me what I need for strength and development. I did one round of sled sprints, and then I'm like, I don't need to do a bunch of arm isos, but I want to do the band work just for the tendons and the blood flow. So I did one set of hammer band curls to failure, and then one set of band press downs. Let's just keep the elbow tendons healthy. We'll get blood flow to the arms so we're getting something else to them. And let's just use all the big compounds, get strong at them. Good, just overall, right about the volumes I need to be at. If we think in terms of about 12 sets a week for everything, all right? And again, not counting the overhead anywhere into that mix so far. And then let's get a little bit of pump work with the bands just for blood flow and tendons, and just progressively overload all this. Just push it all up on these big basic movements. But very happy with today's workout. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.